Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. And I am Andy Signor. And man, this Spidey news is not stopping anytime soon. It just got way more dramatic. Guys, Stan Lee's daughter is siding with Sony. Dun dun dun. This one's legit. Now, look, TMZ is not always legit, let's be fair, but sometimes they do get real quotes that we have to take seriously. And in this case, they did. They spoke to JC Lee, who really just knocked Disney down pretty hard. Now, let's get to the quotes, and then I want to talk about what does this all mean and should we trust her, all that stuff. But here's the specific quotes that I think are important. Marvel and Disney seeking total control of my father's creations must be checked and balanced by others who, while still seeking profit, have genuine respect for Stan Lee and his legacy. Ooh, now that's some serious shade there. Now, first, let's also remember, who created Spider-Man? It's always up for controversy. Yes, Stan Lee was involved, as was Jack Kirby, but obviously Ditko was involved too. So anyway, Lee was involved. He was there. That was an instrumental period in his creation period. But let's call it out for who else is there. But still, he's a creator of, sure. Okay, but that shade comment of, while still seeking profit, have genuine respect for Stan Lee and his legacy is a straight shot at Disney. That is implying that Sony somehow respects Stan Lee, his family, his characters more than Disney currently is. And she doubles down, man. Whether it's Sony or someone else's, the continued evolution of Stan's characters and his legacy deserves multiple points of view. Valid point. When my father died, no one from Marvel or Disney reached out to me. From day one, they have commoditized, I can't say that word, commoditized my father's work and never shown him or his legacy any respect or decency. In the end, no one could have treated my father worse than Marvel and Disney's executives. Whoo, man, getting hot in here. Now, look, that doesn't mean that the Russo brothers or the talent or the people involved may have treated Stan with respect and put him in as cameos. That's what we know and love. But she's calling out Disney executives, Marvel executives, the top of the top, the people who should be there giving Stan the proper handshakes and paychecks that he deserves. She's clearly calling the fact out that they aren't doing that and weren't doing that, and she's pissed. So this is interesting. Now, a lot of people, I saw this one as this was breaking on Twitter, a lot of people are trying to take her out and say, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's the one who was just trying to steal Stan Lee's fortune. That's not fair, guys. Go do your homework. Stan Lee himself came forward and defended her. There were so many things coming out about that period, and he's a rich guy with a lot of stuff who was clearly on 95, couldn't last forever, and people were sort of trying to figure out, well, who's going to profit off his legacy? And so he himself defended his daughter. If you go watch the video, saying that my relationship with my daughter has never been better, and my friend, his manager at the time, I have a great relationship. He was saying there's lies out there, don't believe them. Anybody saying anything negative about us or about them suing and me suing them is just spreading lies. Anyway, you can read this on. There's nothing bad I can say about my daughter or about his manager. And so you can read this. He himself defended her. And so I got to take the man's words. And some will say, oh, no, but he was 95. He didn't know what he was talking about. Yes, he did. He could still talk. In fact, we got to interview him. Granted, he's older and he was having trouble, but he was there. He knew what was going on. And I do believe this story that his daughter should have some say. And if the man himself has defended his daughter publicly and said she's not out to get him, and then we got to respect the daughter, especially then, to sort of take her words for what they mean. Now, at the same time, we do have to also realize she wants money. Everybody wants money. Let's be rational here. But does she deserve money? Potentially. That's the whole point here. You know, Disney's trying to take more own Spider-Man, but shouldn't Stan Lee have some ownership of Spider-Man too? Disney doesn't own it, really. Does really Sony own it? Who owns it? Who should own it is an interesting question, but not the issue. It's who does own it. And clearly, she's siding with Sony, implying that Sony must have taken care of Stan Lee and them better, and that means something, or Disney has done something inappropriate or wrong to the Lee legacy, and she wants to call them out and put them on blast. Look, there's a lot to get out of that, but I think it's very telling that she would go on record and bash the Mouse House, and I applaud her, because I think the more we bash the Mouse House, the more it humbles them, and the more they realize they can't own everything. They shouldn't own everything. It's ridiculous. They bought Marvel. They didn't make Marvel. You know, it's like, that's what's crazy. And Kevin Feige doesn't own Marvel. He just works for Disney, who then gets to do this. So it's complicated, man. Business transactions. We got to take this story for what it is. Stan Lee's daughter is not happy with Disney. She's siding with Sony. It only adds to the whole conversation and what I've been trying to say from the beginning. Let's stop accusing Sony of being the bully here. The bully is absolutely Disney and continues to be, and will remain to be for as long as they can keep making billions of dollars on their movies. So that's where we stand here. What do you think? Does this help add even more fuel to your fire? Are you starting to get mad at Disney? Are you still on Sony's side? Obviously, we're all losing because we'd love to have all these characters just live in the same movies. I get it. But it's time for a Spider-Man movie without the Avengers, without the MCU. He deserves it. Tom Holland deserves it. You know he does. Let's see what happens. There's plenty of characters he can jump in. So tell me what you think in the comments down below. We'll be back with more videos. And stay tuned this weekend. I'm going to have a live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hit that subscribe bell, that little notification bell. Subscribe. Make sure you have all your alerts set to get all my videos because YouTube doesn't always want to give you my videos. So thank you for your support. Stay tuned, and we'll be back soon. Thanks, everybody.